the first thing that would come into your water is chloride. On some of those handouts, you'll see that whether it's tier 1, 2, or 3, that chloride is always being tested. I kind of think of it, I don't know if you know about the canary in coal mines. They use a canary. If the canary, in the old days, if the canary dies, then they know the water or the air is bad and that the humans need to get out. Well, I kind of think of the chloride like that because that's the first thing that would come into your water. Well, we found out again from these same people that you can get these little test strips that test for chloride and also salt. And they're not really very expensive. We were thinking if you test your water once every 3 months, that was something they recommended, so that'd only be 4 times a year. That would be, you could start graphing it. I was saying you could even have your kid do it. It's real easy. You could start graphing and just see if your chloride level, what it is now, and see if it stays level. Or if it suddenly shoots up, maybe you got something to worry about. Now, no, these wouldn't hold up in court because you're doing it yourself. I mean, you could say it said anything, but you yourself would know. And they're really easy to use. The strip, this is kind of a very enlarged version of the strips. They're only about this big. But you just, I got a coffee cup of water, you put the tab in there, you make sure the water doesn't touch here. There's directions with it. This is solid yellow before you use the tab, and then you sit, and I got impatient because the ones I do in my pool take like 3 seconds. This might have taken 2 or 3 minutes. You can see the water moving up, and then when this turns black, you're done. And this strip is solid yellow when you get it, but then when there's a point that turns white, and that's where you read it. Like this is what happened on ours. We tested ours, and it was about a 3.7. So on the chart, and again, you don't really have to be able to see this because you'll have your own if you decide to do it. Ours was a 3.7, so we have somewhere between 136 and 148 of chloride in our own water, and anything under 250 is considered safe. So we could be watching for that, and we can do it every 3 months. Now, one thing is really important to remember that I don't believe it says on the instructions is when you test your water that hasn't gone through your water softener yet. You want the water that came directly from your well because you've already had it treated when it goes through your water softener. So, make sure you do it that way. But, for 40 of these, it was $58. Well, you think, and they expire in 2 years. So what we thought we did, and I only bought one because I had no idea how many people would be interested in them. I put them in little baggies, 4, that'd be good for a year, and detailed instructions, way larger than what's written on this bottle. We typed a full-size page. And for $4, my husband and I paid for them ourselves for $6, you can get 4 of them and they'd be good for a year. Also, on the one handout you picked up off the table, it tells where you can get your own. If you wanted to order your own, I thought if you went with, maybe you and your neighbors, especially if you live up near the injection wells, maybe you want to get a number of your neighbors. If you bought one bottle of this for $60, you could test, 5 different wells for 2 years, if you wanted to do it yourself. But tonight I have only 9 little packets like that for $6 a piece. And I have a sign-up sheet if you wanted me to order it for you. But again, if you wanted to do it yourself, you could just use the back of one handout we handed out.